Hello, dear students. Today we will do the M.C.Qs based on Chapter 14 Chemical Effects of Electric Current. So, taking up the first question, which is Veena has read that some substances are good conductors of electricity, whereas some are bad conductors. Among the following, which substance is good conductor of electricity? So you must have read this that what are the conductors and insulators. So the conductors are the materials which allow electric current to pass through them easily, and those materials which do not allow electric current to pass through them easily, they are poor conductors of electricity and hence they are called insulators. So the examples of the conductors are the metals such as copper, aluminium, mostly all the metals, they allow the electricity to pass through them very easily, so they are good conductors of electricity. So here we have option A copper, B silver, C iron, and these all are metals. So our answer would be D option, that is all of the above. Then second question. Today Rohit came to know that in the ancient times people used a device to detect direction. What was that device called? Taking up the options. Option A is voltmeter. Children, voltmeter is used to measure the voltage in a circuit, so it is not the correct answer. Then ammeter. Ammeter is a device used to measure the electric current in a circuit, so this is also not the answer. And C, magnetic compass. Magnetic compass is used to detect the direction. It has a pointer. It uses a magnetic needle that acts as a pointer, and it turns freely so that it always points to the north pole of the Earth's magnetic field. So, this is a device to detect the direction. Sailors and mariners, they generally used this to find the direction as it points to the north pole of the Earth's magnetic field. So, option C, magnetic compass, is the right answer. Question 3. Manish today read about various effects of electric current. Electric bulb works on which effect of electric current? So, children, here we need to know the three effects of the electric current. There are three effects. Number one is the heating effect of electric current, second is magnetic, and third is the chemical effect of electric current. So, for that, first of all, we have to understand that what is current. So, the current is the flow of electrons in a wire, and that current always flows to a direction opposite to the direction in which the electrons move. And when the electrons move, they give some amount of energy to the atoms of the wire. So as they vibrate very faster in the wire. So as a result, the wire gets heated up, and thereby the heating effect of the electric current is produced. That means the wire, it gets heated up. So we call it the heating effect of electric current. To understand the magnetic effect of electric current, children, it is such that whenever the current is passing through a conducting wire, it produces a magnetic field around itself. So the magnetic field around the wire, that results to the magnetic effect of the electric current. And when the same electricity that is passed through the conducting liquids are the liquids that allow the electric current to pass through them. So when the electricity is allowed to pass through the liquids, the chemical reactions take place in that liquid. And this effect, due to the chemical reactions occurring in the liquids, that is called the chemical effect of current. So these are the three effects of current: heating, magnetic, and the chemical effect. So children, out of these three current, now the question was, electric bulb works on which effect? Out of the three effects, that is heating, magnetic, and chemical, an electric bulb works on the heating effect, because you must have seen that the bulb has a filament and the metal used is tungsten. So the tungsten filament gets heated up when the electricity passes through it, when the current passes through it, this filament, it gets heated up, and thereby it emits light. So a bulb works on the heating effect of the electric current. So option A, heating effect, is the right answer. Question 4. Neeta's mother today brought gold plated silver jewelry. What is the process of plating one metal on another metal called? So, beta, here comes the definition. The process of depositing a thin layer of a desired metal over a metal object with the help of electric current is called electroplating. It is sometimes done for the purpose of to protect the metals from corrosion. Sometimes it is to make the metal objects look more attractive or for decorative purposes. So here the answer option B, electroplating, is the right answer for this question. Then moving on to question 5. Dhruv was very happy to see traffic signals in the city. What kinds of lights are used in the traffic signals? So, children, here in on question 5, earlier what was used? Neon bulbs. The neon bulbs were used in the traffic signals as they could be easily visible from a distance. But nowadays, LED bulbs are used because LED, the full form of it is light emitting diodes. So it has a longer end and a smaller end. The longer end is always connect. It is the positive one. It is connected to the positive terminal of the battery, and the smaller one is connected to the negative terminal of the battery. So these are mostly used, increasingly being used nowadays because number one, they are very lightweight and have a longer lifetime, and secondly, the LEDs, they consume less electricity. So these are nowadays increasingly used. So answer 5, option B, that is LED bulb, is the right answer. Another reason for the preference of the LED is that the LED glows even when a weak electric current flows through it. Question 6. Minakshi broke a dry cell today. She got a black colored rod from it. What is this rod called? So this rod, it is used in an electrolytic cell or a dry cell. It is called an electrode. But let's explore the other options also, like electrolyte. What is an electrolyte? Electrolyte is a liquid which can conduct electricity. That is, it allows the electricity to pass through it. So that conducting liquid is called an electrolyte. It may be, for example, copper sulfate solution that conducts electricity. There are weak and strong electrolytes. A strong electrolyte, for example, is a liquid which conducts electricity very well, whereas a weak electrolyte is a liquid which conducts electricity to a lesser extent. Means it is a weak conductor of electricity. It contains a lesser number of ions. And children, if we see the option 3, that is insulator. So insulator, we know that these are the substances which do not allow the electricity to pass through them. Hence, coming back to our option A, electrode. So what is an electrode? It is a solid electrical conductor through which an electric current enters or leaves a system, a circuit. So in a dry cell, the carbon rods are used. Sometimes electrodes, they are carbon rods or metal rods, depending upon where they are being used. Na? So electrodes, they mainly are of two types, anode and cathode. So here, bache, in dry cell, the carbon rods, they are used as an electrode. Children, here you have to understand that electrodes are of two types, anode and cathode. The electrode which is connected to the positive terminal of the battery gets positively charged, and that is called the anode. Means the positively charged electrode is called the anode. And the electrode which is connected to the negative terminal of the battery, it gets negatively charged. So that it is called the cathode. By now it must be clear to you that these black colored rods in a dry cell, they are the electrodes. They are behaving as an electrode. Moving on to the question 7. Hira Singh is surprised that the flow of electric current breaks the water into hydrogen and oxygen. Can you tell me that due to which effect of current this happens? Heating effect, chemical effect, magnetic, and the last option, all of the above. So, which here is the right option, do you think? Which is the right option here? Children, we have done in the previous question that when the electric current passes in a wire, there are three types of effects that take place: the heating, the magnetic, and the chemical effect. So, here, what do you think? What is the type of effect? Yes, obviously, chemical effect is there. So, what is the chemical effect of electric current? Where are the chemicals here? Children, you need to know that water is a chemical compound and it is made up of hydrogen and oxygen, two elements, right? So, what happens when we pass electric current in water? Not in plain water, but in acidified water where carbon rods are used as electrodes. So, first, here you should know, children, that water is made an electricity conducting liquid by the addition of a small amount of acid to it. Means we have to add acid to the water so that it becomes a conducting. So that water containing a little of acid is called acidified water. And we use this acidified water for carrying out the electrolysis of water. What is electrolysis? The breaking down of water by a chemical reaction into its two elements, constituent elements of which the water is formed, that is hydrogen and oxygen. So here water can be decomposed into hydrogen and oxygen gases by the electrolysis of water. So here option B, that is the chemical effect, is the right answer. Then moving to question 8. Today Baljinder saw in science lab that lemon juice is good conductor of electricity. Among the following, which is a good conductor of electricity? The options are vinegar, tap water, tomato juice, all of the above. So here, most of the liquids that conduct electricity, they are the solutions of acids, bases, and salts. And this is because the solutions of acids, bases, and salts, they contain charged particles, that is ions, which conduct electricity through these solutions. So here we know vinegar, it is an acid. Tomato juice is also an acid, and tap water, it has natural minerals in it, salts in it. So for this, ions or salts are must to conduct electricity. So 1, 2, and 3, all these three options, they are good conductor of electricity. So the answer option 4, D, all of the above is the right answer for question 8. Then question 9. Electricity repair is going on at Sevak's house. He saw that handles of electric repairing tools are made up of plastic. What is the reason for this? First option A, plastic is a good conductor of electricity, plastic is a bad conductor of electricity, plastic generates electricity, or none of the above. So here we know that plastic is a bad conductor of electricity. So here it will, the electrician or will be saved from getting an electric shock if he is using the electric repairing tools that are made up of plastic. So by using the plastic, he would be saved from the electric shock. So plastic is bad conductor of electricity, that is, it doesn't allow the current to flow through it. Question 10. Pankaj knows that pure water is a bad conductor of electricity. If you dissolve salt in water, what will happen? So, children, pure water, that is distilled water, it is a bad conductor of electricity because it does not have dissolved salts in it. The dissolved salts, we know that provide the ions to conduct electricity, and it lacks it. So, distilled water, it doesn't conduct electricity, and we make distilled water to conduct electricity by dissolving these salts so that ions are provided and electric current can flow through it. So option water will become good conductor of electricity, that is option A is the right answer for this question. Then question 11, Sanjeev noted that there is a layer of another metal on iron vehicles. Why is this done? And what is electroplating? The process of depositing a thin layer of a desired metal over a metal object, that is called the electric by with the help of electric current, that is called electroplating. So electroplating is done to prevent rusting or to make the objects more attractive for decorative purposes. You can see the bathroom taps that they are made up of iron or steel, and they are also electroplated with the chromium metal. It prevents the rusting. So here, to prevent rusting is the right answer. To increase the strength of iron, of course, the strength is also increased of the base metal to make the surface shiny. So the surface is also made shinier, that gives a beautiful shiny finish to the metal. So all of the above, option D is the right answer because A, B, and C all are correct. Then question 12. In the activity shown below, the wires were immersed in lemon juice, vinegar, and tap water, respectively, and the table shown below was made. What will be the order of A, B, and C in the table among the options given? So here we have this picture where the magnetic compass is there, and this is the battery. This the longer line, that is the positive terminal of the battery, and the smaller one shows the negative terminal of the battery. Then there is a table given in which three substances, lemon juice, vinegar, and tap water is there. Deflection of compass means the compass needle deflected when the current was passed through it. Or the current, it is passed through all these. Yes, yes, yes means deflection occurred both in the lemon juice and vinegar and also in the tap water. So that means if there is deflection means the current is passing in the full circuit, means A, B, and C all are good conductors of electricity. So option A, which shows that A, B, and C, they are the good conductor. This is the right answer for question 12. Then moving on to question 13. Rupinder and Noor attached one end of a LED bulb with a cell and other with a screwdriver. If screwdriver is made of iron, then what will happen if it is attached to other terminal of cell? As the screwdriver is a metal, so the metal conduct electricity. So here, as we see that one end of LED bulb is attached with the cell and the other with the screwdriver, and that screwdriver is connected with the other terminal of the cell. So that completes the circuit, and when the circuit is complete, the current that will flow through the circuit. So that will cause the bulb to glow. So option A is the right answer. Then question 14. Robin stood near motorcycle and asked his father that the rim of wheel is made of iron. But why is it more shiny than the normal iron? So we have just read that electroplating is done with another metal. This in this case, the motorcycle, the rim of the wheel, it is made up of iron, but the coating is of chromium. So chromium plating is there, and that gives the shine to the rim. So option C, that is there is plating of another metal on iron, is the right answer. Then moving on to question 15. On passing electricity through copper sulfate solution, copper will deposit on the plate connected to which terminal of the battery? Children, the copper sulfate solution has copper metal in the dissolved form. Means copper sulfate solution consists of free positively charged copper ions and the negatively charged sulfate ions. So when the electric current is passed through the copper sulfate solution, the copper here that will deposit on the negative terminal of the battery. So option B is the right answer. So beta, we have done 15 MCQs on this topic. We'll do another 15 in the next video. See you in the next video. Thank you.